Welcome back to our channel. Today we uncover the fascinating life and legacy of Barbara Billingsley, the beloved actress who became a household name as June Cleaver on Leave It to Beaver. With her warm smile, graceful presence, and impeccable charm, Billingsley defined the ideal TV mother of the 1950s. But beyond the perfect pearls and polished demeanor was a woman with an incredible journey, one filled with challenges, triumphs, and surprising twists. It has been 13 years since her passing, yet new revelations about her life have come to light, leaving many in disbelief. Join us as we explore the untold truths behind Barbara Billingsley's career, personal struggles, and the shocking discoveries that have reshaped our understanding of this television icon. Childhood. Barbara Billingsley's journey to becoming America's beloved TV mom didn't start in the picture-perfect homes of Leave It to Beaver. It began in Los Angeles in 1915, in a family that faced its fair share of struggles. Her early years were shaped by personal challenges, most notably her parents' divorce, which left a lasting impact on her. While she was raised primarily by her mother, her relationship with her father became distant over time, adding a layer of complexity to her childhood that was often overshadowed by the warm, nurturing mother figure she would later portray on screen. Despite these early hardships, Barbara possessed a natural charm and elegance that led her toward the world of modeling. With her striking features and graceful presence, she quickly found success in the industry. However, the allure of Hollywood soon pulled her in another direction. Acting wasn't always part of the plan, but once she stepped in front of the camera, it became clear she had a gift. Like many aspiring actresses of the time, she started with small, often uncredited roles, but she never let that deter her. She was determined to make her mark, and her resilience would eventually pay off in ways she never imagined. What's fascinating is that while many remember her as the quintessential mother figure, her journey to stardom was far from conventional. She didn't land her most iconic role until she was in her 40s, an age when many actresses of her era found their opportunities dwindling. But Barbara wasn't just any actress. She had a timeless quality, a rare combination of warmth and sophistication that made her unforgettable. And while Leave It to Beaver would make her a household name, her early experiences, both the struggles and the triumphs, helped shape the woman who would bring June Cleaver to life in a way that resonated across generations. Her childhood may not have been the idyllic, all-American dream that she later portrayed on television, but in many ways, that contrast only made her performance more compelling. It wasn't just acting. It was a reflection of resilience, reinvention, and the ability to create something beautiful despite life's imperfections. And perhaps that's what made her so beloved. She wasn't just playing a role. She was bringing a lifetime of experience, heart, and authenticity to the screen. Second family, Barbara Billingsley may have become America's most beloved TV mom, but her own family life was far from the picture-perfect world of Leave It to Beaver. Behind the scenes, she experienced a childhood shaped by both love and loss. Her mother played an essential role in her upbringing, providing her with the stability and support she needed to navigate life's uncertainties. Strong, independent, and determined, Barbara's mother worked hard to ensure her daughter had opportunities, even when times were tough. It was her mother's unwavering dedication that instilled in Barbara the poise and resilience that would later define her on-screen persona. However, Barbara's relationship with her father was far more complicated. After her parents' divorce, she became increasingly estranged from him, a painful experience that many children of divorce can relate to. While details about their separation remain private, the emotional impact of growing up with an absent father likely influenced her deep understanding of family dynamics. something she would later bring to her acting roles. Though she played the warm and ever-present June Cleaver, a mother who always had the right words of comfort, Barbara herself had to grow up with unanswered questions and missing pieces in her own family story. Yet, rather than allowing these challenges to define her, she used them as fuel for her success. The strength she saw in her mother and the lessons learned from her fractured relationship with her father gave her a unique perspective on family life, one that made her performances feel authentic, nuanced, and deeply relatable. While audiences saw her as the perfect TV mom off-screen, she understood that real families are complex, imperfect, and sometimes filled with heartbreak. Perhaps that's why June Cleaver resonated so deeply, because Barbara brought more than just a script to the role. She brought life experience, depth, and a quiet strength that audiences could feel even if they didn't know the full story behind it. Third career. Barbara Billingsley's journey to Hollywood was anything but conventional. Unlike many aspiring actresses who dreamed of fame from a young age, Barbara initially set her sights on Broadway. But as fate would have it, her time on stage was short-lived when her Broadway show was abruptly canceled. Rather than giving up, she pivoted to Hollywood in 1945, signing on as a contract player with MGM. At the time, MGM was the pinnacle of the film industry, home to some of the biggest stars of the golden age of Hollywood. While Barbara may not have been an overnight sensation, she steadily built her career, taking on small roles and proving her versatility. She had a natural screen presence, elegant yet approachable, poised yet warm, qualities that would later make her one of television's most beloved mother figures. But it wasn't until Leave It to Beaver premiered in 1957 that Barbara truly became a household name. As June Cleaver, she embodied the idealized American mother, always impeccably dressed, endlessly patient, and full of wisdom. Her portrayal wasn't just about playing a mother, it was about setting a standard. She brought warmth, grace, and a quiet strength to the role, making June Cleaver a character that resonated across generations. At a time when television was shaping cultural ideals, Barbara's performance helped define the image of the perfect TV mom. What made her portrayal so memorable wasn't just her soothing voice or composed demeanor. It was the authenticity she brought to the role. She wasn't playing a caricature. She was bringing real maternal instincts to the screen, informed by her own life experiences. Although Leave It to Beaver was her defining role, Barbara's talent extended far beyond the white picket fences of Mayfield. She took on a variety of film roles, showcasing her range in both comedy and drama. She appeared in The Careless Years, a coming-of-age drama, as well as The Bad and the Beautiful, a critically acclaimed film about the darker side of Hollywood. Her ability to move seamlessly between genres proved that she was far more than just a TV mother. She was a skilled actress with remarkable depth. Even after Leave It to Beaver ended in 1963, Barbara remained active in the industry. She reprised her role as June Cleaver in spin-offs and reunions, keeping the legacy of the show alive for new audiences. But she also took on guest appearances in other television shows, demonstrating her ability to adapt and evolve with the industry. While many actors struggle to escape the shadow of an iconic role, Barbara embraced her legacy without letting it define her entire career. Beyond acting, she had a wealth of unique talents that many fans might not know about. She was fluent in French, an impressive skill that highlighted her intelligence and worldliness. During the World War II, she contributed to the war effort, showing a level of dedication that extended beyond Hollywood. And in a surprising twist, she even had an interest in magic, once collaborating with a magician and showcasing an unexpected talent for balancing playing cards. These lesser-known aspects of her life paint a picture of a woman who was far more than what audiences saw on screen. Barbara Billingsley's career wasn't just about one iconic role. It was about resilience, adaptability, and an undeniable charm that kept her relevant for decades. Whether she was gracing the silver screen, appearing in beloved TV classics, or simply surprising people with her hidden talents, she left a lasting mark on the entertainment industry. While she will always be remembered as June Cleaver, her legacy is far richer and more fascinating than just a single character. For Fee, scandal. In an industry where scandal and controversy often go hand in hand with fame, Barbara Billingsley was a rare exception. Throughout her decades-long career, she managed to maintain a spotless reputation, earning the respect of her peers and the admiration of audiences. Unlike many Hollywood stars who found themselves caught in personal or professional turmoil, Barbara remained a figure of grace and professionalism, both on and off the screen. Her commitment to her craft, combined with her warm and genuine personality, made it nearly impossible for the tabloids to dig up any dirt on her. Perhaps part of the reason Barbara avoided scandal was her deep understanding of the entertainment industry and her ability to navigate it with dignity. She was never one to seek out controversy or chase the fleeting spotlight of Hollywood gossip. Instead, she let her work speak for itself. Even when Leave It to Beaver ended and the television landscape shifted, she didn't resort to sensationalism to stay relevant. She simply continued to act, taking roles that suited her style and legacy. Another factor that set her apart was her personal integrity. She was known for treating everyone on set with kindness and respect, from her fellow actors to the crew members behind the scenes. Many of her co-stars, including Jerry Mathers and Tony Dow, spoke highly of her, recalling how she always carried herself with professionalism and warmth. Unlike many stars who struggled with the pressures of fame, Barbara never let success change who she was. Even in her personal life, she maintained a level of privacy that was uncommon for Hollywood celebrities. While others found themselves entangled in messy divorces, financial scandals, or public feuds, Barbara lived a relatively low-key life outside of her acting career. She valued her family, friendships, and the simple joys of life more than the glitz and glamour of the industry. In a world where controversy often keeps stars in the headlines, Barbara Billingsley's career is a testament to the fact that true talent and professionalism can shine just as brightly, without the need for scandal. She didn't just play the ideal mother on TV. In many ways, she embodied those same values in real life. And perhaps that's why she remains such a beloved figure even long after her time in the spotlight. Marriage. Barbara Billingsley's love life, much like her career, was a journey of resilience, heartbreak, and ultimately, companionship. Though she is often remembered as the quintessential TV mother, her personal experiences with marriage were far from the picture-perfect world of Leave It to Beaver. Over the course of her life, she married 3 times, each relationship shaping her in different ways and reflecting the changing chapters of her story. Her first marriage was to Glenn Billingsley, a successful businessman and restaurateur whose family had deep ties in the hospitality industry. The Billingsley name was well known, especially in the world of fine dining, as his relatives were involved in the founding of the famous Billingsley Steakhouse in Los Angeles. While their union seemed promising, their marriage ultimately ended in divorce. Though the details remain private, it's clear that their paths diverged, leading Barbara to focus more intently on her growing career in Hollywood. Despite the split, she kept the Billingsley name, a decision that suggests she found a sense of identity with it, even as she moved forward in her life. Her second marriage, however, was a love story that would shape her in profound ways. In 1953, she married Roy Colino, a British-born director and cinematographer who had worked on a number of notable films. Unlike her first marriage, this one seemed to be built on mutual respect and shared creative interests. Roy was not just her husband, he was also her supporter, someone who understood the world she was navigating in Hollywood. Sadly, their time together was tragically cut short when Roy passed away suddenly in 1956. His death was a devastating loss for Barbara, marking one of the most difficult moments in her personal life. Just a year later, she would land the role of June Cleaver, a role that required her to embody warmth, strength, and stability, even as she dealt with her own personal grief. After experiencing such heartbreak, it would take time before she found love again. But in 1959, Barbara married Dr. William Mortensen, a well-respected Santa Monica physician. This marriage was different from the others. It wasn't about the Hollywood spotlight or the whirlwind romance of a creative partnership. Instead, it was about stability, companionship, and finding peace in a life that had already seen its share of ups and downs. Dr. Mortensen provided her with a sense of grounding, a quiet but strong presence that supported her as she continued her career and personal life. Their marriage lasted until his passing, proving to be a steady and lasting chapter in Barbara's life. Interestingly, despite playing one of television's most famous mothers, Barbara Billingsley did not have children of her own. This is something that surprises many fans, given how naturally she played the role of a caring, wise, and endlessly patient mother on screen. But in many ways, her portrayal of June Cleaver wasn't just acting. It was a reflection of the nurturing quality she carried within her, whether or not she had children of her own. She often spoke about how much she adored her Leave It to Beaver co-stars, particularly Jerry Mathers and Tony Dow, who played her on-screen sons. The bond she shared with them extended beyond the set, and in a way they became like family to her. Barbara's journey through love and marriage was not without its hardships, but through it all, she remained a woman of grace and resilience. She experienced the excitement of young love, the deep sorrow of loss, and the quiet comfort of a lasting partnership. And just as she did in her career, she adapted, endured, and embraced each new phase of her life with dignity. While she may have played the perfect wife and mother on television, in real life, she was a woman who knew both the joys and pains of love, making her story all the more human and all the more compelling. 6. Other relationships. Barbara Billingsley's impact stretched far beyond the screen. Not only was she adored by audiences, but she also built meaningful relationships with those she worked with and used her platform for causes she truly cared about. Unlike many Hollywood stars who simply saw their co-stars as colleagues, Barbara formed lifelong friendships, particularly with Tony Dow and Jerry Mathers, who played her sons on Leave It to Beaver. Their bond wasn't just for the cameras, it was real, built over years of working together and sharing experiences both on and off set. Even long after the show ended, Barbara remained close to them, attending reunions, staying in touch, and supporting them in their own careers and personal journeys. Tony Dow, who played Wally Cleaver, once spoke about how Barbara was like a second mother to him, always offering kindness, wisdom, and a sense of stability that extended beyond the fictional Cleaver household. Jerry Mathers, too, often expressed how much he admired her, recalling how she treated everyone on set, from the leading actors to the crew, with the same warmth and respect. In an industry where relationships can often be fleeting, Barbara's ability to maintain genuine, long-lasting connections was a testament to her character. But her kindness and compassion weren't limited to the people she worked with. Barbara also dedicated much of her time to philanthropic efforts, supporting causes that were close to her heart. She was a strong advocate for mental health awareness, working closely with the National Institute of Mental Health to help reduce stigma and educate the public. She also supported the American Diabetes Association, using her celebrity status to bring attention to a disease that affects millions. Unlike many celebrities who engage in charity work for publicity, Barbara's involvement was sincere. She wasn't just a figurehead. She was actively engaged in making a difference. Her commitment to these causes reflected the same warmth and generosity that made her so beloved on screen. She understood the power of her influence and used it not for personal gain, but to uplift and support others. Whether it was maintaining lifelong friendships or dedicating her time to important social issues, Barbara Billingsley embodied the very qualities that made June Cleaver such an iconic character: kindness, sincerity, and an unwavering commitment to the people around her. Her legacy isn't just one of television history, it's one of genuine human connection, making her a star in every sense of the word. Seventh death and legacy. Barbara Billingsley may have left this world, but her presence is anything but forgotten. Her portrayal of June Cleaver in Leave It to Beaver cemented her as one of television's most beloved maternal figures, a role that continues to resonate with audiences decades after the show first aired. But what made her impact so enduring wasn't just the character she played, it was the warmth, grace, and quiet strength she brought to the role. June Cleaver wasn't just a scripted ideal of the American mother. She was a figure that reflected the hopes, values, and aspirations of families across generations. Even in an era where television landscapes have drastically changed, Leave It to Beaver remains a cultural touchstone, proving that the love and lessons of the Cleaver household are timeless. Beyond her role as June Cleaver, Barbara's influence extended far and wide. She helped shape the image of the quintessential TV mother, poised, nurturing, and endlessly patient. But she also inspired countless actresses who followed in her footsteps. Her ability to balance kindness with quiet authority set a precedent for mother figures on television. From the Brady Bunch's Carol Brady to Full House's Danny Tanner, yes, even the dads took notes from her. Her legacy isn't just about nostalgia. It's about the lasting impression she left on the industry, redefining how mothers were portrayed on screen. But perhaps what makes Barbara's story even more special is the way her fans continue to hold her close in their hearts. Even today, people who grew up watching Leave It to Beaver share fond memories of her performances, recalling the comfort and wisdom she brought into their living rooms. Whether it was a heartfelt moment of motherly advice or a gentle reminder to always do the right thing, Barbara's portrayal of June Cleaver left an imprint that goes beyond entertainment. It became a part of people's lives. Barbara Billingsley's impact on television and pop culture remains undeniable. While she will always be remembered as America's favorite TV mom, her real-life story is just as compelling as any role she played on screen. What do you think about these surprising revelations? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive into Hollywood history, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a new story. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.